Alright, everybody, it's time to get down. YCAT is the talk of the town. My man Joe Live is coming your way, so tell all your friends to tune in today. He's for real, and that's the deal. Like gospel music, gospel sensations, Joe's community talk, your city and material. He'll talk to you and hear.
Oh, scared me.
Here we are.
Hello there, folks, and welcome to the Joe Live Show. I'm your host, Joe Jackson. Today we found somebody that, believe it or not, wants to run for mayor. I don't know why, but he's a glutton for punishment, so we brought him in today and see if he can deal with it. All right, but before we get started, as always, let us get us our disclaimer. The opinions expressed by the hosts or the guests of the Joe Live Show does not reflect the opinions of Comcast Cable, White Rose Community Television, its staff members, or board of directors. They ain't got nothing to do with it, so I'm on my own. All right, so we got Mr. Stephen Young here. He's a candidate for mayor. He's going to want to be a write-in candidate.
Yep.
So you want to be able to spell his name, so that's why we put it up on the screen, so you write in. But first, let's get our veteran buddy in here. Hello, Rick. How you doing today? Hello, Rick.
Hello, Rick.
How are you?
Okay, how you doing today?
Oh, it was a little rough. We buried Ed today. Today was his viewing funeral day, so it was a little rough.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was a lot of vets there, a lot of family and friends, and you know, it was a good turnout, a good send off for him. So he
Where did they bury him at? Where did you have the funeral at?
the viewing ceremony was at the church here on 400 block of South Queen Street. And then they buried him in Prospect Hill Cemetery.
Prospect Hill.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the veteran
Okay.
section.
Beautiful.
They have a veteran section there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, you know, I'm hanging in there.
Like I say, you know, he's not suffering no more. He's in peace now, and
Right.
he got a great send off. We did a very nice military, you know, selection for him, and he deserved it. He was a decorated veteran, and
Yeah.
he's going to be missed. I mean, he was a good member of our group, and whenever you were down in the dumps, you know, he always come in and had always joked and had something to say
Right.
and made you feel good about yourself, no matter how bad he was. So he's going to be missed, but you know, we know he's in a better place now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm glad you're holding in there, you know.
Yeah, we're doing the best I can. So I just want to call and let you know, touch base and let you know what happened. You know, it's,
Okay, thank you.
we
Appreciate
got it all taken care of, and we
Okay.
thank you for the prayers and thoughts.
Sure.
And welcome your guests, and I wish the best for your guest there over the write-in candidate. And
Thank you.
I won't hold the show up. I'll let you guys get on with your business.
Okay, Rick.
All right,
Take
take
care.
care.
God bless
you.
you, buddy. All right.
All right.
Hey, thank you
Bye-bye.
for the update. And condolences
All right.
to that family.
That's Rick. That's a Vietnam veteran. Rick comes to the show here a lot when we honor our veterans here a lot. They come and we do the program for Veterans Day every day. They're also just getting the statue that's going to be at the York Fairgrounds. It's going to be dedicated pretty soon. You know, because Rick came in there when it was raising money to get it, and they got a beautiful statue. It's finally for the men and women that came back from Vietnam. When they came back from Vietnam, they was mistreated. Yeah, right. And they were called baby killers and all that kind of stuff because, and a lot of that was to do with the news media. But all that's changed now, and the people realize the mistakes. And unfortunately, a lot of the men weren't here to see this change. But those that are here can see it, and then we got a chance to correct something that was terribly wrong with the time in our country, as many things was. All right.
And Prospect Hill is a very appropriate place.
Oh yeah,
for him
it is. Yeah, it is. All right. What else? We're moving along here now. Let me get back to this here. We got, again, folks, our guest is Stephen Young. He's a candidate for mayor. He wants to be a write-in candidate. So if you have any questions for him, Stephen's going to tell you what his plans are, why he wants to run for mayor in the city of York at this time. Now, this city is going through economical problems, as you know, and there are many questions people might have for you.
Okay.
But one of the big questions is over here that I told when Joe Musso was here, I told him the same thing, is that I hear a lot from people is the ticket in tow. People are very upset about that. Now, I question it to this extent for this reason. I hear about it, but I don't really see nobody doing nothing about it. Okay.
Well, this is great because actually, Ticket and Tow, I live on a street that is affected by this, so I know it. I've seen my neighbors have their, well, people say, had their cars stolen by the city, where, you know, it happens in a matter of minutes. You get the ticket, they come take your car, and it, you know, I'm talking, my neighbor is a public school teacher, and you can imagine the next day he goes to try to get to work, and his car is missing. So Ticket and Tow is a serious issue, but the street sweepers also have to come down the street. One of the solutions that I think we can do as a community is to take a humane approach. It's time to loosen the reins and treat people like people. Ticket and Tow probably only affects about 1,000 of us. I don't know, we'll find out the exact numbers. But there's no reason why the city cannot maintain a list of people, their tags, and their phone numbers, and give them a call and try and get them to move their cars. You get one free, then we have to tow you. You know, you keep a mark. So it happens. I've run out in the middle of the night to move my car by mistake. We've had neighbors get mugged in the middle of the night while moving their cars. So it is a serious issue, and I think there's a more humane approach to it.
But let me ask you this question on this thing. All right. Since it's your vehicle, it's your car, but it's your property, how do they manage to get the right to take your property? That's my question to the people. Why would they make laws that makes it illegal for them to take something? Now, if someone else went and took your car up the street, they call it grand theft auto. But if the city does it, it's legal.
All right.
Now, I'm wondering how do we get to this point that someone can take what belongs to you, your property, and take it wherever they want and charge you money to get it back?
I think the answer to that is that certain cars that don't move for months, where you can see the lines on the road where the street sweeper goes around the vehicles, and that you get areas that get trashed. So maybe there's a balance where they get 3 months and then we tow. There's got to be a checks and balances between both the government and the people. So we have to hold people responsible.
But there's another side to this. Okay. If you abandoned your vehicle on the street, abandon it, they can't take your car for quite a long time. They can put numbers and tickets on it and all that, but they can't remove that car because of the way Harrisburg has it set up. You have to be a month or 15 days or 20 days or whatever before they can ever actually take and tow the vehicle. But yet they can come past and tow your vehicle if it's on the street sweeping day and tow it and charge you $150 or more to get it back. So I'm trying to figure out, how does this work? How do we get to this point? When do our property belong our property? And when do, because the property, what we're saying, to me it sounds like the property don't belong, it belongs to the city too.
Well, private property is a fundamental basis and foundation of our country. So,
but if your car is your private property, how do the city can they take this? This is what I question. Now, I know Harrisburg has absurd because it's a motor vehicle. First of all, you paid your money to get it inspected. You paid your money to put it taxed, so it's a legal vehicle to operate on the streets. Now, all of a sudden they change and make laws so they can take your vehicle whenever they choose to. They can even take your vehicle if you get caught with drugs in it. They can confiscate your vehicle, okay? So I'm saying that we're in a state where there's so many laws that they can take whatever belongs to you anytime that they wish to by certain laws that they have enacted. Where do the people's rights come in? That's just what I'm concerned with.
Well,
that's a big issue, right?
Yeah, that is a big issue. I don't know if there's a single one-sentence answer to that, but I think that somewhere in between the checks and balances of the car that's been there for months and the person who just forgot to move their car, that somewhere in between we're going to be able to find an answer to that. I think maintaining a list of numbers and calling people to tell them to move their cars should be, I think that's a good start at least. I don't know, is there a way to just say no more towing?
They're not going to do it because the police told me they ain't going to waste their time. They don't want to take the time to do that, so they're not going to do that. Now, however, if there's an emergency and they need you to move their car, they will do that. The police can even use the bullhorn and howl down the street, or either call 911 and have them look up that person's name and find the phone number for him and give them a call. They'll do that when they want to. But when they don't want to, they want to make money, they're not going to do that. Because if they do that, then they're going to lose money.
Well, you just answered it. It's revenue for the city. They found a revenue stream for the city, and that's ticketing and towing. My understanding is that the city only gets about $20 from that tow. So that's not worth it to the city to disrupt these people's lives and prevent them from getting to
Well,
work
look
the
at
next day.
I looked at the In-Town Motors, for example. They got 6